Look, guys, baby shoes. And look, my son must have wrote that. I just noticed that. He must have wrote that when I wasn't looking. These are my son's baby shoes. And my son is 30 now, almost 30. I think these are adorable. Aren't they cute? Today we're going to talk about fathers. And I'm doing my Bible journaling. And so this is the story on a father, which is Joseph, the husband of Mary. And the father that took care of Jesus while he was on this earth. So this is the story in a nutshell. Pretty much in that time, when people got in love or they started thinking about marriage, what they did was they would make a business arrangement. And it was as legal as a marriage. So the one father and the other father, they'd get together and they'd make arrangements, and there'd be exchanges of maybe property or gifts or money. I'm not exactly sure all that went on. But the marriage was not consummated for a year, to show that the woman was not expecting or was faithful. So that a year would take about a year to have a baby. So they would make the pack and the man would go home and build a house and things. And of course, Joseph was a carpenter. So he would build a house and make it nice. And as he's working on it, he's probably thinking about Mary and getting married to her. Maybe he spotted her and had his father make arrangements. Some people feel like he was a lot older than Mary because of the fact that after Jesus started his ministry, we don't hear about his father anymore. But he was a godly man. When he was in that time period between the business deal and the actual marriage, he found out through rumors. Somebody told him that his bride-to-be was expecting. He was really troubled by this. He thought, oh man, he's probably thinking, what am I going to do? He didn't want to embarrass her. Back then they would probably take her out and stone her. So he came home and his heart was, well, I'm going to just quietly just let her go and just do this quietly and, get out of the business deal instead of making a big to-do about it. But while he was thinking on these things, he went to bed. An angel came to him in a dream and told him that this is of God, that she was expecting, but she was going to be the mother of the Messiah. And back then, women, that would be like their dream, because they would want to be that mother of the Messiah. And so the angel said, just go take her. So he went in the night and went and wedded her, but they did not have children until after the birth of Jesus. Now, Jesus' brother James wrote the Bible. Wrote the book of James in the Bible, and you'll hear Jesus talking about his brothers and sisters in the Bible later on. They all came to him and stuff. At one point to pick him up and stuff. But anyway, with that, let's go back to Joseph. So he was a just man. He was a good man. He was a protector of Mary. He had to protect her when Herod came after her, because Herod the king, when he heard that a Messiah was going to be born, wanted to kill the new baby. So, he was, God spoke to him and told him to, go here, do different things. So, like moving him along, I guess. He had to be sensitive to the Lord to speak to him to keep the child safe. So he was a good protector of Mary and of the baby. And he also probably taught Jesus how to be a carpenter, because Jesus, probably worked with his dad. He was also there when Jesus, remember they couldn't find him for 3 days. And he was in the temple talking to the, Bible teachers and things like that. And so, he was also with Mary looking for their son. But he was a good husband, a good father. He had a huge responsibility. I believe he was a really just, good man. And so, anyway, here's my picture of Joseph with his hammer because he was a carpenter. I wrote Joseph. He was a husband. He was a carpenter. He was a protector. He was a dad. And prior to this, and this is all Matthew 1, we have the family background, it'd be like you saying, everyone in your family. Now, these genealogies are not always complete, but Matthew gives the line of Joseph. And so this is is the line of Joseph, and Luke, who has more details about things in the birth of Jesus, who was a doctor, has more things. And so, anyway, this was Matthew 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I hope that it strengthens your faith, and that if you're a dad, that you think about being a good father like Joseph. He was very, kind to her when he thought she may have been wronged him, and he was a good father. And we don't hear a whole lot about him, but it sounds like he was a stable, good man. So anyway, like, subscribe, and remember, big or small, you too could be a backyard farm. God bless.